Okay. Yeah, na one more also kakrama yen. Why?
Oh, okay.
Okay. Now the front page story you carried today.
Yeah.
No, ukonya free him. Where from the story? I mean, some have said, sir, it's a fake story. We should disregard it.
uh, First of all, Mr. Yetiefo, you know, I called because I was told that a certain Eric J or Derek J or someone.
Eric Ej. Eric
Oh,
Ej.
Ekusi saying on
I think
Asempa
it is the
FM.
same Eric who, has my number and he's able to start in with me every now and then. I'm sure he could have reached before telling you the things that whatever it is that he said over there. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
he could have reached. Now I'm not sure he read the story carefully. If he read the story, he won't be he won't be calling the story fake. You see, this attempt by NDC people to paint themselves as holier than thou, it's what has gotten the party to wherever it is. You call a story that I published, and I said we published it. At what stage that the story about the Akufo-Addo government and as MPP becomes credible? When it's in the Herald. You know,
Yeah.
there
Larry,
are
meet
things,
you.
there are things one is provoked to say by set characters, but for good measure and for good
Ekusi
reason,
saying on Asempa
I'll hold
FM.
back. For good measure and for good reason, I'll hold back.
Yeah, but Larry, who said how probably the story was also
Let me tell you.
couched?
You asked me about the story. Let me tell you.
Yes,
Let me
yes.
tell you. See, there's been issues about accountability as far as NDC is concerned, particularly issues about events in the headquarters. They know. They know. Maybe I don't know which level the guy there belongs to, but if it's just the normal appear on radio, talk, rant, job, and all that, if it's just all that, then
No,
well,
he's a party officer. He's the deputy regional communications officer for the Bono region and a member of the
So I'm
national
talking about
communications
events
team.
at the party headquarters, which people are aware of. People are aware of it. Certain events, it's not just about the money. Many other things. He's not the only one. Various, platforms, WhatsApp platforms and so on. They've gone on and on and on and on and on and on.
Ekusi saying on Asempa
But my
FM.
just thing to them is that, listen, the volume is too low now. Let's tune it high and let's go the full hall.
Yeah, but
Let's go the full hall.
my question, Larry, would be, sir, if somebody read the front page, probably now the attached letter on the front page, the letter is basically a request from the party national office to the EC for the release of a particular amount. Your headline was said that money supposedly is missing. And based on what? And what is Kanaira?
The content of the story
Mm-hmm.
told you about how the request. The content of the story told you about how the money was paid into an account. The content of the story also talked about how monies have been collected. However, people can't relate the money, the activities that they were supposed to. The content of the story talked about how receipts are not produced.
Ekusi saying on
The content
Asempa
of the
FM.
story talked about how payment vouchers can be. The content of the story told you about how broke the party is. The content of the story told you about how they were supposed to do Congress last year. That was shifted to this year. And even this year, first quarter is gone. And there are no indications as to when it's going. So money came into an account. Let's open that account and find out who and who collected what and what is the collected. I think that basically answers your question.
But who and who are signatories to that account?
The party knows. I mean, why are you telling me? Find out from the party.
No, but you did the story, Larry.
Yes, I did a story. I did a story about a payment, the request was made. Money went to a certain account. They told you that the money should go to the Makola branch of GTB.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. I mean, officials who are in charge of what? General Secretary, Party Chairman, Deputy General Secretary, and others are there. They know. I'm not sure, Eric. I mean, who really know the details of some of these things, maybe per his level. But this is not, it's an issue that is at the headquarters. They know. It's something that is going on. And, let me tell you, if that guy can sit there and say that it's fake.
Larry, he is Eric Ej. I don't think that guy know a good description.
Well, sorry. Sorry.
No problem.
Sorry about it. But if Eric Ej can sit in the studio, okay, and say that the publication we have done is fake, thanks be to God. If he can say, and call us names, thanks be to God. Would he come and speak to stories that we do about the ruling New Patriotic Party? How about our Akufo-Addo administration and how they are mismanaging the country? Lack of accountability. His party talks about probity and accountability and transparency as its mantra. And we are reporting that, listen, there are issues about finance in your party. People are demanding accountability as to the monies that come there, how they are utilized. You come and call us, please.
But Larry, pay your checks, no?
Am I asking legitimate questions?
Oh, why not?
Okay.
Why not? Pay your checks. Was the money paid from the EC into that dedicated account?
Yes.
It was?
Yes.
And the money is no longer in the account, pay your checks?
Yes. They at least can't account for it.
Say again?
At least they can't account for it.
The party cannot account for the money?
No, that is what is coming up. And then we are told, you wait. Auditors are auditing the account. And that as soon as the audit is over, we'll give the report to the EC. People are demanding what the money has been used for. That is what has to be faced, and that is what has to be addressed.
No, but Larry, the monies we are talking about here, and yet some 50,000, 10,000, 2,000. This is over 2.7 million Ghana cedis. That's huge monies we're talking about here. And
who are signatories to the account? People are. Eric can tell us who is a signatory to the account over there. This is calling the report fake. He is a party official. At least you have identified him as that. He should tell us who are the signatories to the NDC's account, at least at the national head office. He should tell us if what I've reported is fake. What is the truth? You see, this thing where people can get at, politicians in particular. You, Obi, would have investigated your stories, you have spoken to people, you have done this, you have done that, you have done that, you have done that. And the politician will come and tell you that it's fake. It doesn't address the issue. Trump did it in the U.S. And we have had people here in Ghana, politicians here, who are doing the same thing. At what stage does the journalist's work become credible? And at what stage is it labeled as fake without any justification as to why it is being called fake? A while ago, one other guy said that, listen, me, I have been paid to do this story against NDC. I am serving somebody's agenda. I am doing this. The other day, we did a story about Eka Energy and some, influences that had happened in Parliament. And NDC MPs were mentioned. At that time, too, MPP had paid me. And as the MPP had sponsored the Herald to damage NDC, the person who is supposed to pay them pays me to expose the recipient. It doesn't make sense. Again, today is about the party headquarters. And again, the Herald, Larry Dogbe, has been paid. When would this stop?
But Larry, should the party come out with all the relevant information detailing how the monies were spent, who signed which document for the monies to be spent, and all of that? Would you apologize and retract?
It is not about, when you go on that leg, you are begging the issue.
Why?
You don't say that.
Why?
The question should rather be what happens after. It is not about me. Do you get it?
I get you.
It's not about me. It's about the people they are serving. It's about Ghanaians. That I am credible enough. I am the alternative to the wrong things that are happening in the Akufo-Addo government. I am the right side of the politics to the MPP, and that I can stand up to that any day, and that my house is clean. Equity is a friend to clean hands. How clean are my hands? Those are the issues that is before you. Don't say that someone de bar. Would you apologize? I mean, that is not journalism.
No, but the point that maybe you misconstrued, Larry. Maybe you misconstrued the question. The question I asked, and it said, now the front page says.
No, the question should have been.
Larry.
If they come out with this, what would be your reaction?
Larry, maybe, but the point is, trouble in NDC over missing 2.7 million Ghana cedis cash, and I'm saying, if the party should come out detailing how this money was spent, proving that indeed the money is or was not missing, how would you react? Because I probably ask, say, okay, would you apologize or not? Simply to say, it's a form of reaction, is it not? How do you react when the party put out that counter narrative?
I think you're not asking the right question. Obi.
Yes.
Yes, the party should come out. I mean, whatever response they have, we'll subject it to street food, and then we'll come to that conclusion. If we will do as we suggested, or we'll stick to our gun.
But as it stands now, because knowing you, I know, say you will not just put stories like this out. You stand by the story and the details thereof.
There is more where that thing came from. There's more where that thing. You get it?
Yes.
There's when people like Eric has my number. Ask him. Ask Eric. He has it. And I'm saying that it is very discouraging.
There is a message from Honorable Amega Simon Awadzi. I don't know if you know him.
Awadzi, I know him.
Yes, okay. And he says, Obi, ask Larry to tell us the mode of accountability of the party headquarters to its members. Should it be done by holding a press conference or through constitutionally mandated fora? And the Honorable would want you to know, say, party ni wo kwan omo fa so account to omo members. It's not necessarily through press conferences and all of that. Indeed, if you say you are interested in accountability, maybe they've done that. Maybe the party members are cool with almost laid down accountable processes and all of that.
So tell Simon that it is the same party people who have his whatever it is told or what they are or what they are not declared. Okay?
Mm.
They're the same party people who have it with what is happening in there. And so whether press conference or bedroom or whatever mode they choose to do it, maybe the bedroom one is not working. The closest one is not working. Maybe the press conference is addressed.
Okay.
I don't know if I've answered it.
Yeah, I should think you have. Larry, many thanks. We'll come back to you when need be. Yeah, that's Papa for calling into the show. Why? Yes, Larry Dogbe, editor, Herald newspaper, and he called into the show with these reactions, and I also take your opportunity to ask him some questions on his front page story today. It's the story I read out. The caption was "Trouble in NDC over missing 2.7 million Ghana cedis cash." Okay, Osidane, from refunded by the Electoral Commission. And so we share letter part in Electoral Commission as is the convention. Request for refund of parliamentary and presidential filing fees of the 2020 general elections. The Functional Executive Committee of the NDC sent you warm greetings. FEC also wishes to inform you that it is formally requesting for a refund of deposit it made in respect of its presidential and parliamentary candidate. Regulations 46.1 and 46.3 of CI 127 spell out the conditions for a refund or forfeiture of deposit made by presidential and parliamentary candidates. A presidential or parliamentary candidate must obtain a minimum of 25% and 12.5% respectively in a general election to qualify for a refund. We would be grateful if you could refund their deposit into the NDC account with GCB Bank, Accra Newtown branch, and account number Noah. Please find attached a list of our candidates with their respective constituencies who met the legal thresholds for the refund. Thank you. And this is signed by Honorable Johnson Asiedun Ketia, General Secretary. And Osha officers will be now a minute so that at the EC level, officers need to be now immunity this particular letter. And the Electoral Commission received this on the 11th of February 2021. Larry Nichiremua, from his checks, the money was paid from the EC into the NDC account, and from his checks again, that money is missing, and amount for qualify. In fact, I say the monies cannot be accounted for